해가지고 정말 힘들었습니다. 아무튼 맞아요. 페스타 오늘 페스타 지금 하고 있으니까.
Okay, guys. So I tweeted this. I said, I knew his reason for flinching wasn't as dark as some people try to make it out to be. Jimin just needed time for his body to adjust to JK's touches again. Like he said, when JK asked him, why are you scared? Why do you flinch? Jimin was like, this is from 1.5 years of conditioning, okay? From when you get used to something, it's hard to like get rid of a habit. And that's what happened in this situation. Not whatever this person is replying to me trying to say. I'm not gonna read it out loud because this is, I don't agree with this. I do not agree with this. And I don't know why PGMs especially are saying this, and some Jikookers are also saying this. And honestly, I am confused as to why. People have a habit. Like, I know Jimin is sweet and soft and a cinnamon bun, and he's like the nicest person in the world, but that doesn't mean that you forget that he's a freaking badass. It doesn't mean that you forget that he's got a motherfucking black belt. It doesn't mean that you just underestimate him and victimize him, because y'all have to victimize Jimin for no reason whatsoever. Jimin posted this photo on his Insta, and most importantly, he also posted this. These are all his achievements while he was serving, okay? If you do not know what they mean, if you need a breakdown, I recommend you go to YouTube and look for this video, a deep dive on Jimin's military awards. She does a very good job of explaining every single thing and every single achievement that Jimin got in there. I feel like some of you guys don't understand just what a badass Jimin was in there. He was leading, he was the best shooter, he was the best runner, he was the best crawler, he was everything that he had to do, he killed it. He murdered every single role in there. Was one of the leaders. He was one of the people they like he was superior. He was literally a superior in there. So you're trying to tell me that somebody who was serving with Jimin looked at him, he was like, oh my god, this guy is like, he's so badass, he's kicking all our asses, he's my leader, but you know what, I'm gonna go bully him anyway, I'm gonna go abuse him anyway, I'm gonna go do whatever to him, despite being the fact that, you know, he's, first of all, he already has the fact that he's from BTS going for him, which means that alone was gonna make people think twice about messing with him in there. Then on top of that, he goes and he does all that he does and comes out on top. He was basically untouchable. And you're telling me that someone went in there and bullied this black belt, this badass. You're telling me that someone just went and did that. And where was JK during all of this? Which, by the way, Jimin did not need JK to protect him. But that being said, they were together all the damn time, apart from when they were doing their different chores. Like, so when exactly did Jimin, like, when was he getting bullied and abused and all that stuff that you guys are trying to say happened? This is honestly very annoying to me, because there's no difference between you and the aunties, right? And the aunties who are saying that, oh, Jimin is too flamboyant, he's too camp, he's too baby girl to have achieved all this. They were basically calling him a liar when he posted all his achievements. They said that no way Jimin did all that. Are you kidding me? What's the difference between you and these aunties? When you victimize Jimin, you're no better than them. You're not. Not to mention the fact that Jikook were laughing after they said this.
해가지고 정말 힘들었습니다.
If there was negative connotations tied to Jimin flinching, Jikook would not have laughed like that. There would have been nothing to smile about, nothing to laugh about. Okay, so I really don't know where people are getting their dark theories from. They are uncalled for, And honestly, I'm gonna start blocking anybody I hear talking about that because I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. This is a victimization of one of the baddest members of BTS, and I'm not gonna stand for it, to be honest. Okay, guys, let me show you something. So that is Chef Jungkook on his break, having a smoke break, and then he decides to do some type of magic with a cigarette. Yay, it's gone. Good job. But anyway, I want us to pay attention to his nails. Do you see those nails? Those are some long ass nails, okay? Those are some very, very long nails. And if you know where I'm going with this, I'm trying to say that basically this is proof that Jikook were behaving in there. While they were serving, they were in their best behavior. Between the two of them, Jimin is usually the one with long nails. Like most of the time, he's got some long nails. Right? Oh, I love his hands though, they're so cute. But yeah, he's got some longest nails. Which explains the scratch marks JK got during Are You Sure? But that's not why we're here. We're here because I'm trying to make a point that a lot of the time, JK's nails are always short. Simple, you can see that for yourself. That's a thing that Jikookers who we have to think about these things. And yeah, JK's nails are always short, and Jimin's nails are usually long most of the time. And a lot of Jikookers, they do have the theory that JK is the top and Jimin is the bottom, and I see where you're coming from, especially since JK said this himself.
Bottom or top? Top.
So, given that, and given the fact that JK is the one usually with the long nails, then I can see why everybody would have a general consensus that JK is the top. But I personally think that they are versatile because Jimin, a lot of the time, there are times where he gives top energy. Like he will give that dom energy too, and while JK is over there shy and blushing and giving that bottom energy. I'm just saying. And we've seen JK limping suspiciously a few times. Like here in the soup, season 1, episode 5, they left, BTS left for a while, and when they came back, JK was limping, sorry, and he kept touching his bum. Why? Only he knows. That was JK not being able to sit down properly during his birthday, on his birthday. I'm guessing his bum hurt for whatever reason. Only he knows. I'm just saying. So yeah, it's of my personal theory that they are versatile, they're vast, with JK topping most of the time, but maybe on special occasions he prefers the bottom. I don't know. We are not in their bedroom. I'm not in their bedroom. There's no way to know. So we're just theorizing here. I promise I've not gotten off track, guys. I'm still on this topic, okay? So when they were in there, like Jimin said, he flinched because of the 1.5 years of conditioning where he knows, like, they're together, they love each other, they're obsessed with each other, we have felt sexual tension from Jikook or from the screen, all right? So they still, after all these years being together, they still, we have seen them like shudder from a touch and like react to each other. Like all this time, they still have that electricity going on between them. So a touch from JK is not just a touch from anybody else. A touch from JK it comes with, it's not just, you know what I'm saying, right? There's feels. When JK touches Jimin, there's feels, okay? And vice versa. So when they were in there, they had to be on guard. Like all the time, they couldn't touch, some type of way. They couldn't interact some type of way. They couldn't be all over each other all the time. Like they had to be on guard, to be very, very careful because in there, you can't be caught gay sex, not allowed in there. Absolutely, it's punishable by law. It's not allowed whatsoever. Well, people do it, just make sure not to get caught. But Jikook and who they were not in a position to even risk it. So going by JK's nails in there, this proves that they were really behaving in there. They were on their best behavior. They were doing their best not to get in trouble, following the rules. They were brothers in there. They were behaving like the brothers everybody accuses them of being. I said it can be done because if you go to YouTube and search for this video, it's a guy telling us in deep detail about how he was, when he was serving in the military, he was having sex with his superior everywhere. They used to run and hide and find places to like fucking shit. It's a very interesting video. So it's possible people do have sex in there, but not if you're Jikook, not if you're from the biggest boy band in the world, and getting caught has consequences, dire consequences. So JK knew not to touch Jimin some type of way in there, and Jimin knew not to do that either. So when they came live, right, they just got released. They're still in uniform, and then JK touches Jimin. Immediately, Jimin flinches, recoils, because it's like, what are you doing? Like he's used to being on guard when it comes to JK. So he needed a minute. He needed a minute to realize, oh, we are free. We are out now. So I can touch him, he can touch me, and it's no big deal now. We're done. We're done with that part of our lives. All this, all this is to say that those dark theories from PJMs and some Jikookers, to me, in my opinion, respectively, they are garbage. And the only reason Jimin flinched was because he needed a time to acclimatize to JK's touch. All right? JK kept calling Jimin an ace for a reason and saying he was an ace in there because he really was. And I do not see anybody messing with Jimin in there in any shape, way, or form. So this is my long-winded way of venting and trying to prove my theory of why Jimin was perfectly safe in there. He may have gone through hell because of the work that they have to do, physical endurance they have to do in there, but none of the other stuff you guys are trying to come up with. All right? Thank you for listening. Shazzy out.